Hola, mi gente. Joe Barreto back with you at the Credit Card Connection. I'm so glad you can join me. Well, mi gente, we survived Bill 2.0. Thank goodness. I'm not here to poo poo the card. I'm not here to say it's a bad card. I'm just here to tell you that after anxiously waiting since December, hearing all the rumors, and I know they were just rumors, but I was so excited to apply for this card. And I actually said several times live that this was going to be the first card I applied to in 2026. And then January 14th rolled in. All the biggest influencers were out of New York City hyping the card. And then when I sat down to look through it, I realized it just wasn't for me. Maybe I'm built different, pun intended. But honestly, guys, I can't be alone in this one. So today I'm going to tell you why I feel that this card that was brought out with a lot of hype and a lot of hope, it has its place, but with so many hoops to jump through, with so many little details you have to make sure you have in order, I can't see justifying paying $495 for their most premier card. So, mi gente, we're going to jump into it, but do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. Check out the referral links below. I added two referral links, guys. And this one, it's going to hit you home. I just got the renewal for my car insurance. And here in New Jersey, where everything is expensive, my insurance shot up for just two cars. Never had an accident, thank God, in 40 years. No tickets, $600 with no explanation. So below, I put links to the best car insurance rates out there right now, and also for home insurance, because a lot of times we bundle them together. So check that out below. Check out the other referral links. Let's jump into it. So, guys, the hype was real. Everybody and their mother was out there, right? And then when I just broke it down, and I'm going to bring up to the screen what it offers for a person that doesn't have a giant mortgage, it doesn't make sense because I'm not going to make much off of the points, let's say, that you're going to get. The other thing is the promise of them saying, oh, you won't have to pay any fees. Yeah, you're not paying fees, but then you also don't get points on that mortgage. So they still nerf that to an extent. Okay. Be clear about that. So, yeah, you're not going to pay fees. Then what is the point in even saying this is the card that's built for mortgages when if your mortgage is going to go through and you don't want to pay a fee, then you're not going to get points on that mortgage you just put in there because they have Bilt Cash, and Bilt Cash is like a subsidiary built from what I understand because honestly to open this card is like you need a master's degree or a PhD to figure out the logic to make it work for you. And I'm glad I have a lot of great people in my Discord, and they broke it down in terms that I could understand. And I'm going to explain that in a minute. But here's what the card offers you guys. And again, oof. So you got the blue card, which for all intents and purposes is useless. The built obsidian card, which at $95 comes in and it says for dining and grocery maximizers. And then the built palladium card, which is, they say, their most rewarding card. Now, with the blue, you get $100 of built cash, $200 for the built obsidian, $300 built cash for the palladium. Plus, you get 50,000 built points and gold status for $4,000 spent on everyday purchases in the first 3 months. So you can't include your mortgage to get to that $4,000 number. That's number one. Number two, and I'm going to hit it right here where you see 50,000 bill points. And the reason I bring this up is because when the City Strata Elite dropped last summer, they came out at 100,000 points for 4,000 spend. Then they dropped it to 80,000. And people were all up in arms. Hey, that's too little for a premium card. So $50,000 is better now than the 100,000 that City is offering. I'm just saying, if we're going to compare 50,000 points at the 1 cent per point value is 500 bucks. You're paying 495 for the card. Your first year is supposed to be the year where you really make up a lot of the value in the card. I just don't see it. Yeah, you're going to get gold status and it's supposed to carry to the following year. That's great. But here's where it gets really convoluted for me. You're going to get the same 4% back in bill cash on purchases, excluding rent and mortgage, right? That's across the board. Bill points are going to be the same 1 point on rent and mortgage. And here's where it's different. The Obsidian will let you pick either between dining or groceries up to 25K a year, 2 points on travel, 1 times on everyday spend. The Palladium is at 2 times on everything. So to me, it sort of functions like the Capital One Venture X. 2 times, that's great, nice and easy, could be a catch-all card. I get it. Now, the partners. We know Bill has their neighborhood partners. So if you get the blue one, you're going to get 3 times on it. If you get the Obsidian, 5 times on partner restaurants, 3 times on partner fitness, Lyft rides, and then Walgreens. I feel like I'm dealing with a Chase card right now. Walgreens appears everywhere. Then with the Palladium, they kind of nerfed the restaurants by a point. They give you 4 times, but 4 times in partner studios, 4 times on Lyft rides, and 3 times at Walgreens. Hotel credit, none on the blue, $100 in $50 increments throughout the year on the Obsidian, and you're going to get 400 to 200 twice a year on the Palladium card, and $200 of bill cash issued annually, and you can roll over 100. Now, no foreign transaction fees. Yeah, on the Palladium card, you're going to get priority pass, but really, guys, if you're in this space, odds are you're going to have a card, unless this is your only premium card, that has priority pass already built in. You're going to get purchase assurance, master rental coverage, extended warranty, and so on, all for $495. Okay. Now, it's less than the American Express Platinum. It's less than the Chase Sapphire Reserve. It's $100 more than the Capital One Venture X. And it is $100 less than the City Strata Elite. Now, I showed you what the card offers. My issue is this: to have it work, you need to have 75%, 75% of whatever your mortgage is in actual extra spend on that card so that you can build enough cash, build cash to offset that fee. Again, remember, the only way the points are going to work for mortgage is if you're able to basically pay the fee. So they're going to let you pay the fee using your built cash, which you could use for other things in the built network. So in my eyes, maybe I'm bugging out, but it's not really free because you're still spending. You have to make a spend requirement of at least 75% of whatever it is that your mortgage is worth. That is the easiest way to explain this, because even I tell you guys 1,000 times, I don't use Reddit, but I count on my guys in the Discord and my friends in this space to explain things to me when I don't understand them. And these are one of the things that I don't understand. Why would I need to spend 75% of the mortgage that I wanted to earn points on in order to make it work for me? Pay $500 for a card where I'm only really going to get technically $500 worth of points from the sign up bonus. And I know people are going to say, oh, but you get bill cash and it can roll over. And, if Saturn aligns with Mars, and it's a lot. It's a lot. So, again, if this is your one and only premium card and you truly value the partner programs that it has as Hyatt and Atmos and so on, that's fine. And I get it. Right. But from people that have been using this system for just rent, a lot of them hate it. A lot of them chose to get the Wells Fargo autograph card. The blue version of this card is useless. That $95 card, unless all you do is go out to eat and do grocery shopping, those multipliers aren't bad, but you can get the same card, the three times multipliers on those, on a lot of other cards with no annual fee. Just saying. And 495, you're basically paying for the priority pass portion, which is expensive. And I get it. But again, you cannot earn points on on your mortgage as everybody thought you were going to be able to. Okay? The only way you can is by using the built cash to offset that fee, but in essence you're still paying the fee because you can't use that built cash for anything else in their network. So it's not a rant against built. It's just the reality. It's not made for me. I have a small mortgage in Florida that is less than $700. Even if I threw in my homeowners association, it would come in at $1,100. If I got those points using Built Cash and whatever, that would be 1 times per dollar. So I'm looking at a little over 12,000 points. So go through all that, pay $495, and I can get for 12,000 points a category 1 through 4 one-night stay at Hyatt. But I had to go through all the hoops and I had to pay $495 for a card issued by Cardless that, I mean, I really thought Built had it together. I swore they were going to slay it in the space because they were tried and true. Shame on me. We remember what happened to Mesa. I don't think that's going to happen here. They're strong, but they're going to have to make some tweaks into this. So, right now, and I'll leave you with this, I was pre approved for the card and chose not to accept it. I was given, and I'll put the screenshot up here, $12,000 credit limit the day it dropped, and people wanted me to apply for it, and I held off. And mi gente, I think I'm going to apply instead for the City Strata Elite that can give me 100,000 thank you points in branch for $4,000 spend with actual things that I can use. American Airlines points, JetBlue, $200 splurge credit, 6 times if you go to dining on the weekends, which I always do, and a lot more. I think you get more bang for your buck getting that card than this card. Let me know what your comments are below. Let me know what you think. Um, I might be one of the few that's just not on board with this card. That's okay. Like I said before, maybe I'm just not built for it. Until next time, mi gente, thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. Take care.